Alright, this is going to be your double lift tutorial where you basically take two cards off the top. You'll see most double lifts where a double lift is where you take two cards off the top and make it look like one. So you'll see most people do a double lift where they'll have a pinky break, flip over a card, and do that. You'll see people, this is probably the worst one, is when people like grab it like this and show a card. I think that looks so unnatural. When are you ever going to take a card and be like, oh, everyone look at this card? You wouldn't do that. Like, naturally you'd flip it over, you'd show everyone, and you would almost never go like this unless you're going to bend the card. So the double lift I do is called the push-off double lift, where I accidentally took three cards there, where there's your double lift. And so all I'm doing is I have a mechanic's grip, and with my thumb I push off the top cards, and I can see where two cards are. There's one, there's two. And with my thumb I take it and I start to push it this corner into the fleshy part of my thumb, and then with my middle finger and thumb I can turn the card over, pinching it, so boom, I show everyone the card. Do I have three cards here? I have three cards here. So push off, make sure you get two, and with these two fingers and then your index finger, you turn it over, show it to everyone, and then I move it up into this little space right here. Square it up and then turn it over. That's my double lift. You'll see most people do a double lift where they just take two cards off and then turn it over. Anytime you see someone fumbling through the top cards and they just flip over a card like that or whatever, that's going to be a double lift. I think that's a pretty cool double lift, is for people to do that. I think that's the second most convincing one. So if you can't learn this push-off double lift, this one is you just riffle through the cards and you can feel where two cards are. And you flip it over, and then, so here's your two cards, and then when you push it back up to square it up with the deck, you get a break under the card, allowing you to flip it back over. And whenever you do a double lift, you want to end it with, you want to end by you turning the deck toward the card, and then like that, because you don't want to, alright, I'll do my double lift. You don't want to break your wrist going over there, like turning it too much. So it's like a double motion where you turn it, flip it, and you get back to normal. I'll try to do it from over here. So if you're holding a pack of cards in the hand you would deal with your thumb, you're gonna like push down, and right here you can see where the two cards are. So all you do is you take your middle finger and pinch it right on there, and now it starts to lightly push into your thumb, and this is where you square it up pretty much. So you have it, and then your middle finger helps square it up, and then this finger just helps balance it. And you turn it over, you do this motion, and they'll stick together. Or if you keep it still, people are going to notice these imperfections. So it's good to move it to try to like hide something. And you want to keep a loose grip. You don't want to be pushing too tight to try to keep these cards together. You just want to stay very loose and they'll naturally stay together. And then you want to like a shovel, like if you were shoveling up mud off the back of this card or scraping off any crap. Like a shovel, you bury this double lift card into your thumb and index finger. So boom, and then you still want to make that motion. It's like at this motion here, scoop it up, make this motion here. And then like I said, you want to turn, and this finger is going to flip over, and that's your double lift. So when you're doing the push-off double lift, you don't want to have the card down and pushed up. You want to have like this part at their eyes. So when you push off, they would almost never notice that you took 2 cards. Because if you keep it like this and you try taking 2 cards, sometimes it'll work if you're moving your hands and then you get your double lift as you go along. But it's much better to be like, alright, let's take a look at your card. Oops, 3 cards. Let's take a look at your card. And you show it, and then this is like a nice grip to hold it 2 in. But normally you just want like something like this, because now you have all 3 fingers squaring it up. And you still got this flicking motion. You turn it over. Then you can put in the deck, and you can do another double lift, show, alright, this card's not on top, and then you do a real double lift, so it jumps to the top, and you just keep doing that over and over. Double lift. So now that card's in the middle. Double lift. So watch. For real. It keeps jumping from the middle to the top of the deck. It's crazy. And if you want to do a cool move where it jumps from the bottom to the top, be my guest. There's a lot of cool moves that I'll be teaching in the Ambitious card where he keeps jumping from the bottom somewhere like near the top. It's going to be a very good, it's going to be probably like one of the best tutorials, because it's one of the best tricks where card keeps jumping to the top, blah blah blah. So again, reiterate what the double lift is. Take your thumb, you push down on this corner. Even if you start off like with 2 cards like spread out as far as this, if you have it at an eye level like this, people are never going to see that. So you want to do that, push off with your thumb. You'll be able to see the 2 cards. With your middle finger you take it, and you rotate it like this. Boom. Shovel up to your fingers. Turn this wrist, and just let it. You don't need to snap it on the deck. You don't need to go. You can just let it fall on the deck, fall on top of the deck. And if you can't do the actual push off yet, but you want to do this motion of the card flipping over, see, I do it pretty quick. Like sometimes I don't keep it here, move it up here. When you see me do it, I'll just do it and bring it right up to the top. So yeah, it's all in the move. But man, all right. So people aren't ever gonna notice. You can take like 80,000 cards. 80,000 cards, bunch of cards, bunch of cards, bunch of cards, and as long as you keep their eyes blocked, they would never notice how many cards you're taking off and how quick you flip it over and what have you. Keep taking that card. Alright, there's my real double lift. Alright, so if you can't do the push off yet, but you still want to make that motion, you can have your break, and with your fingers you can just come over, and it's like the push off's already done for you. So you just grab it, boom, shovel it up, got it, do that. You get a break, and then just grab it, then rotate, move it up, boom. You just gotta watch everything I'm doing, because this is like a hard move to learn and understand how it works. So you have it, push it off, keep it at their eye level, this thumb grabs it, stay loose with your hand, pushing it into the fleshy part, shovel up, into the here, flick, 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 turn this wrist, and let it drop on. That's the best way to do a standard double lift. Yeah.